Welcome back, guys, to Haulover Inlet, where there for some reason is always some kind of entertainment going on. And we've seen several haulover cowboys, but this one is definitely a new one to me. Welcome back, guys, to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet, Miami, Florida. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and it's another Wavy Guru Productions back down here at the inlet, and I hope you're ready for a good time, because obviously this crew is here. But let's see how the rest of our captains are feeling today as they get ready to do battle with Haulover Inlet. Our first contestant to step in the ring and do battle with Haulover is going to show you what it's like when you're having a good time at Haulover, Team Send It style, just like this fountain's doing right here. These guys are bringing it into the inlet in hull and tail. They've got the throttles down on this, and if you can't tell, it's actually a pretty big day here. We've got a heavy following sea, they've got the bow up just enough to keep this boat on top of the water, and these guys are flying into the inlet, and even on a big rough day like this, they're easily going to take a win for the boats, and welcome to Team Send It, guys. Now, even though this crew right here looks like they're having a good time, not everybody's going to have a good time at Haulover, especially when it's a rough day like today, kind of like this crew's going to show right here. This boat's just really not designed for Haulover Inlet, and it's really not designed for it on a rough day, but our captain's trying to blast it out, trying to be a full send guy, and our girl in the bow doesn't want anything to do with it as she is getting her tail kicked up front, and here she's about to let the captain know it too. Basically telling the captain he needed to slow down as he came through that section. She's not happy, and we're going to go ahead and give the boats a loss in this round. And let's see if our next captain will have a better time coming through Haulover, and we're going to see one of these baby axopars come through. I call it a baby axopar. I believe this is the 24. Somebody can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And they're having a little bit of a rough ride, but the boat's actually handling it pretty good. These axopars typically are kind of hit or miss when we see them come through the inlet. Some of these guys have great success and some don't. This guy, he kind of did it right. They kept the boat just up on plane and let that bow cut through the waves, and I'll go ahead and give the boats a win in this one. Let's see if our captain in the fourth round can keep the momentum going for the boats, as we're going to see a baby whaler coming through the inlet. I already know it, you guys know it as well. We see a small Boston whaler come rolling through the inlet, we may have another legend that's born, but that doesn't appear to be the case on this one. Our guy's going to take the slow roll approach, and in theory, we've already stuffed the bow. These guys are rolling through the inlet. I mean, they've got a dog in the bow, a girl in the bow with no life jacket on, another young kid beside him, and he's just plowing through these waves. This is not a good idea right here. Not at all. Now, we see people come through in these small whalers all the time, but you've got to be cautious. And this was just a recipe for disaster the whole way through. Fortunately, our guy decides, yeah, this is not a good idea, and let me get it turned around, but they've taken so much water into the boat already that the boat has an extremely heavy list as they go to turn around, and this really can turn into disaster pretty quickly. Fortunately, our guy is going to get it straightened out, and they're still got so much water that the bow is plowing extremely low, which still can make for a dangerous situation. He really needs to pick up this throttle, get that bow up, and let this water drain out. And hopefully they got a bilge pump that's ready to work overtime, but we're going to go ahead and give the win to Haulover in this round. That'll take us into the fifth and final round, tied at 2 apiece. Who will take the win this week? Will it be the boats or Haulover Inlet? And we've got a sportsman coming out in some pretty sporting conditions, as we can see right here. My man's got the boat going a little faster than on plane, and he's kind of letting the boat do the work, but they are taking one heck of a ride as they're rolling through Haulover. A big yacht just came through, and everything's kind of chopped up, as you can tell right now. It is definitely a tight chop that they're plowing their way through. But our guy's keeping the throttles down. He's not letting the boat come off a plane and doing almost anything he can. Right here we almost get a little bit of air, but I'm not seeing any hard smacks. Nobody appears to be struggling with being on the boat or anything like that. And even though they're taking a couple good shots to the chops, it's going to be a really close one, but I'm going to go ahead and give this one to the boats, and that's going to give this episode to the boats. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens to the boat ramps around South Florida. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.